What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. In the last episode, we went through the Temple of the Ocean King and found ourselves the second clue. So in this episode, we're going to show it to Lineback, but first, I think this guy wanted to talk to me. So what's up, dude? Does that ship of yours have a cannon? No, it does not. They make sea life easier, or at least louder. That's about all I know. I heard you can get them from a guy named Eddo on the isle to the south. Alright, well, thanks for the tip. Anyways, let's go and show Lineback our new sea chart. Hey, you actually made it back. Find the sea chart. Lineback, you're lucky to have us around doing all the hard work. Yes, we found the new sea chart. Hey, let me see that. It's the chart we need to sail into the sea that's up north. But we still don't know the location of the ghost ship. Well, blow me down to the ground. The chart's so dusty that I can't read it. Make yourself useful and clean it up, will you, Link? Alright, so we actually need to blow into the 3DS microphone. I apologize for this. Alright, there we go. Oh hey, another crest has appeared. Achoo! Hey, look, I mean, I knew it all along. I knew it was hidden there. I've always had a sixth sense for such things. We aren't falling for it, Lineback. You didn't know that was there. Don't pretend to know what I don't know. Anyway, I bet a spirit's right there. So let's go to that island. Okay, then once we set sail, I'll explain how we can go to the Northwest Sea. Let's be off. You got it, man. Then climb aboard. The open sea calls. That it does, Lineback. That it does. Let's get out of here and make way for the next island. Things sure are moving along fairly quickly. Now that we have a new sea chart, let's set a course north and explore. I'll tell you what I know about how to navigate our way up there. The sea chart of the Northwestern Sea covers a whole area north of here. So draw a course to the top of our chart until you see the Northwestern Sea. After we reach it, you must draw our next leg on the Northwestern Sea chart. Neat, huh? Right? Sure, Lineback, but before we go north, like that guy said, there is an isle to the south of here where we can get a cannon. So what do you say we set sail for Cannon Island and get some nice upgrades to our ship? Now, I know it seems like we could just sail north to the island, but believe it or not, we can't go there just yet. So getting the cannon is actually required to do it first, but you wouldn't really know unless you actually tried. So I'm just going to save ourselves some time and go and grab the cannon first. Plus, this island is like right here. It's really, really close by. Like, we should land, yeah, pretty much now. So, here we are on Cannon Island. Alright, so we're just going to explore this area a little bit and see if we can get a cannon. Hey, nice to meet ya. And not like I don't want to greet ya, but I'm here to deliver your mail. Not talk your ear off. Yep, the postman lives for a special delivery. And your name is... Got it, right here. Isn't it Link? I'm sure I'll be carrying special deliveries for you at some point. So I'd appreciate it if you didn't, you know, shoot me with a slingshot. Thanks for understanding. I may also need you to sign for deliveries. Thanks. On that note, see you around the sea, sir. Alright, see you later, postman. Whatever you are. Alright, so what do you say we head into this shop and see if we can buy ourselves a cannon? So what's going on, dude? Hello there. You've come to Eddo's garage. That is Master Eddo's shop. I'm Fuzzo, his apprentice. And you? Oh, nice to meet you, Link. What? You want a cannon? Sorry, little guy, but we don't have any ready to sell. Not yet. Master's working on one, though, so he's withdrawn to his workroom. Yep, he's gone and locked himself in there until he's done concentrating. If you really want a cannon, then go speak with the master. You can go around the island to reach the back door. Dangerous, though. The back door is never locked, so that's your ticket to meet the master. I'll be happy to open the gate that leads to the rest of the island. Follow me. Alright, thanks so much, friend. So he's gonna go on ahead, unlock that gate, and if we follow him, well, now we have access to the rest of the island. And like he said, yes, it's dangerous. There are monsters everywhere. And even scarier than those chews are the most feared beast of all, bees. Yeah, that's right, I'm not even joking. There is a chest over here, so let's open this up real quick and get ourselves our very first treasure map. So as you can see, it does make an X on our sea chart. So if we do sail over there, well, if we had something to reach down to the seafloor, we would be able to pick up some treasure, but we don't, so we can't really do anything with that right now. Instead, let's follow this path and go into this cave because we need to go through here to reach the rest of the island. But, we need to solve some puzzles first, and those puzzles involve bomb flowers. Hooray, explosives! Everyone loves blowing stuff up. So it's kind of a shame that we don't have our own bombs, but at least the game does give us some bomb flowers for now to play around with. And they work like they do in pretty much any other Zelda game, so you should be pretty familiar with them. Real quick though, let's bring this bomb all the way to the right corner because there's a cracked wall, and right behind it is another chest, which contains a power gem. So now we have 2 of them, and just like Astrid said, somewhere on the sea, there is someone we can trade these power gems to, 10 of them, to level up a spirit. So we'll definitely keep that in mind and try to collect as many of them as we possibly can. Anyways, let's just move these blocks out of the way. That way we can clear a path to, like, the exit of this cave. And before we do anything else, let me actually kill these rats just so they are not in our way, since we do need to bring a bomb flower all the way over here. And if those rats are in our way, they will slow us down, or even worse, cause the bomb to explode. But there we go, the path is clear, and now we can head up and out to the rest of the island. So be careful out here because, yeah, if you try and slash and accidentally hit a bomb, it will explode and you will take a little bit of damage, but it's really not that big of a deal. I believe there is actually a chest that we can get over here. Yeah, here it is. So let's open up this real quick, and right inside is a red rupee worth 20 rupees. And you will need some rupees to buy the cannon, although it's not really that much at all. Like, you're probably thinking it's more than it actually is. Like, we have way over the amount that we'll actually need to buy the cannon, so we're fine. We still need to clear the rest of the path, though, so let me move these boulders out of the way, because these would definitely have prevented us from getting a bomb flower to where it needs to be. And speaking of which, let's head back around and grab the bomb flower we need, which is this one. And now if we run all the way to the right, we can throw it right next to those blocks and blow it up, clearing the path. And now we are pretty much good to go, and we should be able to get into the back of Eddo's shop. So let's just keep following this path, and bam, sure enough, we're inside, baby. Alright, so let's talk to Mr. Eddo himself. Yes, I am the owner of this shop. Eddo, what do you want? What? You demand a cannon? Hey, you impress me. You'd brave this dangerous isle for one of my cannons? For a sea shrimp, you've got a good eye. Then know that my cannons are work of explosive art, crafted from choice parts. So you'd better believe that you're going to cough up big rupees for one. Have the guts to hear how much? Sure, dude. Heh, don't blame me if you drop a load of rupees in my shop. Ready? I'll say it. Get ready, guy, I'm serious, I'm gonna say it. It's going for the steep price of 50 rupees. You big enough to pony up 50 whole rupees? Stunned? Yeah, did you think you were dealing with small potatoes here? Ha! I mean, 50 rupees would buy a whole lot of good life on this isle. No one could blame you if you can't pay. Buy it? Sure, dude. What? Where'd you get 50 rupees? Doesn't matter, I guess, just as long as you cough up the cash. Okay, take it. And there we go, we got the cannon. This part from Eddo fits on the deck of your ship. Fantastic. Next, I'm gonna devise a salvage arm that can pull treasure from the seafloor. Interesting. See you later, shrimp. Just use that door there to get back to the dock. Alright, sweet. So now that we got this cannon, we are pretty much good to go. Like, we really don't need to be here on Cannon Island anymore. So, what do you say we get out of here? Special delivery, watch out, incoming. Never mind, I take that back. Looks like we got ourselves some mail. This is a letter from the postmaster to you, Link. Ahem. Here's what it says. To Link. If you're getting this, then I guess the new postman is working out so far. So I'd like to make an unusual request. He's as good as a new hire gets. He's as diligent and efficient as they come. I've got no complaints. I want to keep it that way, so be nice to the postman. He really is a good kid. From the postmaster. And that's it. Wow, kinda embarrassing. Not like I wrote it, but it was odd to read it out loud. Anyway, sign here, will ya? Alright, so I guess I'll just go ahead and sign this as my YouTube username because, why the heck not? And yes, I do write in cursive like all the time. Blame my school for that. I don't know, I can't help it. Good, that wraps it up. See you later. Alright, so now that we are done with our mail, we can finally leave. So let's set sail, Lineback. Yeah, do you want to set sail? Of course I do. Then get on board, full steam ahead. Alright, so now that we got this cannon, nothing is going to stop us. And now sailing will get a lot more interesting. Anyways, we can't go directly north. Instead, what you want to do is go through like this little rock opening. But the game doesn't tell you, but that opening's actually closed up, which is why we needed the cannon to blast our way through. Now that we have a big cannon, I'd better show you how to handle that thing. Just tap anything you see, and the cannon fires at it. Have a blast with it, kid. Alright, so fairly simple enough. If we see anything, shoot it with the cannon. And, like I said, sailing is going to get a lot more interesting. So now you really can't just, like, leave and let the boat go. Because now that you have the cannon, enemies are going to appear on the open sea. And it's up to you to shoot them down. One of those weird things we call a sea trap just emerged, Link. We're on a collision course, so two options, blast each end or jump the thing. Time it right and tap the jump arrow at the bottom of the screen to leap. Alright, let's try and shoot down both things as fast as we can, and gosh dang it, I actually missed. Jumping probably would have been a lot easier, but I kind of wanted to show off the cannon. But yeah, normally I would just recommend jumping over those things. Anyways, this is actually an interesting enemy, so if we shoot this, it'll actually give us rupees, but there's also other enemies that can spawn, and those ones will take priority, but if you do see this thing, yeah, just shoot it and it will give you like a bunch of rupees, so it's kind of cool, I guess. There's another enemy though, so let's take that guy out real quick, and make sure you shoot these rocks because we're about to crash into them, and that is not good, but looks like we made it through to the other side of this rock wall, and now we should be good to go, so looks like we're gonna sail towards the new section of the sea. Huh. Hang on a moment, Link. Look. Could that be the... Oh no, it's the ghost ship. It has surfaced at last. The ghost ship. I can't believe that we're laying eyes on it. Let's follow it. Let's go get our treasure. Well, my friend that I'm trying to save, we should probably try and get her too, maybe. But yeah, no, I agree. We should definitely follow the ghost ship. Thankfully, the path that I drew just so happens to be the same path that the ghost ship is taking, so I don't have to correct my course at all. Unfortunately, though, the ghost ship's actually pretty fast, so I don't think we're going to be able to catch up to it. And yeah, unfortunately, we can't even hit it with our cannon. It's too, far ahead of us. And now there's this really, really thick fog, but we can still see it on the map, so we should still be able to follow it. And yes, Lineback is going on and on about the fog and all that jazz. Just try to ignore him and follow the ghost ship. Alright, so now we need to create another path, and I guess we'll just go straight ahead and hopefully stay right behind the ghost ship. Now, make sure you keep your eyes peeled because there will still be enemies and other things that spawn to try and, harm your ship. And you only have 4 hearts, so you do need to be careful I think if you get close enough to the ghost ship, it actually will start dropping like explosive barrels. Yeah, there's one right there. So make sure you keep an eye out for those, as well as any other enemies that do spawn, and try and shoot them with your cannon, just so you know you don't take any damage. But man, dude, the ghost ship is still pretty quick and far ahead of us, so unfortunately it doesn't seem like we're catching up anytime soon. At least we still got sight of it, so you know, that's a good thing. We'll just have to sort of look at the silver lining of this entire situation, if you will. Anyways, let's take this guy out. He does require 2 hits, but he does give you some rupees as well, so that's pretty nice. Most of the enemies do, which is really nice and an easy way to get money while you're out on sea. Alright, come on, man. Uh-oh, what happened? What? The fog! This is ridiculous! And if you look on your map, it looks like we got sent to the beginning of this section. What? What happened? We were chugging along, making headway there. Bah, you think maybe... could it be the influence of the ghost ship? Now, what did I hear about that? Oh yeah, it's always surrounded by infernal fog. And that fog leads ships horribly astray. I think it's best that we beat a hasty retreat, Link. Maybe someone on one of the nearby islands knows a way through this fog. You know, for once, I think it might be a good idea to listen to Lineback. Like, obviously, we need to go to the island where that crest is, but we can't get there because, obviously, we can't get through this fog. So, might as well go back and try and go to one of the islands, and maybe we'll find a way through this fog, and then we can finally go to that new island and rescue the next spirit. So, now that we're back here on the southwestern sea, this is the closest island, so let's set sail for Melita Island, I believe it said. Not really sure if I'm correct on that pronunciation, but it doesn't really matter. So that's where we're going to go next. And I know it's a long shot, but we'll talk to some of the locals, and just maybe we'll find a way through that fog. And thankfully it's clearing up and we can see again, because that fog is really, really obnoxious. And hey, there's another golden frog over here. Alright, so keep that in mind for later on as well. I probably should mark those on my map, but again, I kind of want to keep my maps clear if I can. So I'm only going to mark like the important things. And uh-oh, I think we should be able to... Wow, really? I was not even close to that. Like, I thought for sure I was going to be able to sail like right past that thing. But yeah, watch out for whirlwinds on the sea as well. They will do some damage to your ship, even though that was kind of cheap, man. Like, I thought for sure we would have been fine. But looks like we made it to Melita Island. Hooray! Let's see what we can find, I guess. And it looks like we got some mail too, so I might pick that up a little bit later on. We can't navigate through the fog, so what are we supposed to do? We can't get to the crest location on the chart unless we pass through the fog. What do we do? Do you want to ship out? Nah, yeah, Lineback. Then go take care of things. Let's ship out soon. Alright, you got it. Let's start exploring this place, shall we? Might as well check out this stone, I guess. Wayfarer's words number 1. I tried sailing through the foggy passage to the North Sea. Tried and failed. I found myself sailing back to the same point, so I abandoned my voyage. Aw, that's terrible. Now, there's actually a couple of these stones on this island, and you do need to mark the location of them. You wouldn't know that right now, but I'm just going to do this for later on. Let's keep searching, though. There is a gossip stone here, so let's hit this. Boing! Want some valuable information? Sure I do, actually. There's a tiny isle in the middle of 3 boulders south of this isle. It's said that there is a beautiful spring there. This is one of several isles that are not charted on any map. Keep a vigilant eye out while sailing. You never know what you'll find. Now, make a note of what I just said. Alright, so if you want to make a note on your sea chart, what you want to do is press the menu icon, then hit the sea chart. Select what quadrant you want, and then zoom in. And like you said, just south of here there are 3 rocks, and right in the center there should be an island, so let's place a mark here, and we'll maybe check that out some other time. So thank you very much, Mr. Gossipstone. And hey, another stone, let's check this one out. Wayfarer's words number 2. I made my way through the fog to the North Sea, where I first spied the island. What a place, ravaged by winds. How could I name it anything but the Isle of Gust? Interesting. So someone made it through the fog. Let's mark the location of this area on our map as well, and see what else we can find. We haven't actually talked to the locals, so we might as well start doing that. So let's just head in here and talk to this fine gentleman. Need something, kid? What, you want to travel to the Isle of Gust? Please don't tell me you're going your own way too. Sure. Oh really, do it your own way, go your own way? What a bunch of garbage. All this endless blabbering about living with a lust for adventure. Can that put food on the table? Can that make your family happy? Going your own way is no way to survive in this life. My way's a lot better. Staying home, eating cheese. That's the life. Yeah, Isle of Gust, don't say another word about it. Figure it out yourself and get out of here. Well, aren't you just rude, sir? Wait, kid, come back. Oh my goodness, come on, dude. What do you want now? Let's just go back in here and talk to him again. Sorry to unload all that on you, kid. It's just that my dad used to say lots about going his own way to explore. And I got fed up with him. My dad used to talk about getting through the fog and seeing the Isle of Gust. He said something about a specific route for getting through the foggy passage. But only he knew which way to go. There's a cave behind our house where my dad used to escape all the time. He called it his hideaway. You might find more details in there. But it's dangerous in there, so take care of yourself, kid. Alright, well, thanks for the tip then. I guess you're not so bad after all. Let's go and explore that cave. Young man, you mustn't go into that cave. Dangerous monsters have been seen there lately. Now, be a good boy. Don't go anywhere near it. Oh, what? Well, if my son has said it's alright, then go on in. There's no stopping you, is there? But please, don't do anything too dangerous. Don't tell me how to live my life. I live it right on the edge. Danger is my middle name. But yeah, no, seriously, we'll actually be careful going through here. There's not a whole lot going on, but you do want to be careful, especially when jumping over this gap, because yeah, this one singular bat is so freaking annoying. So try and use your boomerang to kill it. That way, you know, you can safely jump across here and he does not knock you into the water, because you will lose one full heart if you fall into the water. And oh no, check this out, guys. This is a Zora warrior. It's kind of cool that Zoras are in this game, but it also kind of stinks that, you know, they're bad guys, which is kind of sad, because the Zoras were like one of my favorite races in Zelda, but sadly in this game, we have to kill them. So there we go, he's gone, and he does drop 20 rupees, so that's kind of cool, I guess. But more importantly, it does open up the way so we can explore the rest of this cave. But, we're sort of looking for a, I guess, hidden area where we can find some information about the ghost ship, and I'm really not seeing anything right now. So hopefully we can find something on the other side of this cave. So let's just head out here, and well, sure enough, there is a crack in this wall. So what you want to do is quite simple. Grab this bomb flower and just put it next to that crack. But before we go inside there, let's actually grab the bomb flower again and blow up these bricks, because now it'll sort of create a shortcut for us, so now we can get back here a lot quicker. Let's go inside though and see what we can find. Hey, someone's book. Let's read it. My journal. I'm writing this while in a private space I call my hideaway. Whenever I'm here, I find myself utterly at peace. And it will stay that way only as long as I know that no one will interrupt me. Now I do have one more hideaway and no one will ever find the entrance. It's under the spot where the lines drawn between my stone tablets intersect. It's brilliant if I do say so myself. Well, I'm sure that'll come in handy. Let's open up this chest though and get ourselves our next item, which is a shovel. I know, kinda cool, right? This must be the place that Romano's dad called his hideaway. But I haven't seen any clues about how to get through the foggy passage. Me either. Anyways, real quick, let's grab our shovel because there is some loose dirt in front of us. So if we dig this up, guess what? we can find ourselves a big green rupee. So there we go, 100 extra rupees. Kind of nice considering, you know, we did spend some money on that cannon. But of course, we can use our shovel to dig up pretty much anything, which is going to be a whole lot of fun. Right over here is a chest, and inside looks like we're going to get ourselves some Goron Amber. I believe this chest is kind of random, so what you get might be different. Alright, and there is another stone over here, so let's read this. Wayfarer's words number 3. But the Isle of Gust was only one of many islands beyond that foggy passage. I will see them all. It's my life's dream. It's the only way to live. Alright, so you know what? Let's mark this location on our map as well. There's actually one more stone that we need to find, so let's travel to the right and down a bit, because guess what? The last stone is right over here. And we can't read it from the back, so let's try from the front. Wayfarer's words number 4. What a discovery! On the Isle of Gust, a temple reached into the sky itself. But a temple to what? For whom? My curiosity must be satisfied. Alright, so this is the last stone. Let's mark its position. And he said where the lines drawn between them intersect. So if we play a little bit of connect the dots, we will see that X marks the spot. So if we go right into the center, we should find the entrance to his other hideout. There's some loose dirt right under this palm tree, so let's dig it up and check it out. It is another big green rupee. So there we go, another 100 rupees, nice and easy. And it seems like the spot intersects right underneath this palm tree. So what do you say we dig it up? And sure enough, there's a hole. So let's jump down it and see what we can find. Another journal. Let's read it. To my son, Romanos. If you're reading these words, you have found my true hideaway. Which means you have also developed a desire to find your own way in life. Know that I am truly sorry for putting you and your mother through so much. I am well aware that I am the world's worst father, leaving you both behind. There's so much about the ways of the world I don't understand. Such as why the ghost ship appears and steals people. Where do its victims go? I have decided to dedicate my life to finding out the answers. If I fail to return, please take care of your mother, and please forgive me. In closing, one more thing. Embrace your wayfaring ways, my son. Alright, so it seems like this is the place. What's inside this chest? It is another treasure map. Alright, sweet. Not bad. More importantly, though, is this map hanging on the wall, so let's check this out. To my son, here's the only way to sail through the foggy passage. Alright, so what do you say we pull out our sea chart and copy this down very quickly. So this is a very windy path, although it doesn't seem too complicated. So I'm sure, you know, with Lineback's sailing skill, we should be able to sail through this no problem. But there we go. Now the path has been copied, and we should be able to make it through the foggy path no problem and make our way to the Isle of Gust. So let's just get out of here and freaking get out of here, Yellow Chew. Let me grab my boomerang real quick just because I think there are more of them. There's a strange sun emblem on that door, Link. I wonder if we can open it. Try touching the door, Link. Probably not, but I'll give it a shot. That didn't work. It's not opening. But there's something about that crest that tickles my memories. Here, why not draw this emblem on your map so we remember it later on? Alright, so let me draw a sun real quick on this map, I guess. It's probably going to be like a really... Yeah, this is a really bad sun, but you know what? I get the gist of it, so it's good enough for me. Now that that is done, let's just knock these guys out so we can kill them very quickly and get out of this cave. Thankfully, it does sort of like lead back out to where Romano's house actually is. So there we go. Now we've got all the information that we need, and we are ready to set sail. So let's make our way back to Lineback, and we can shove off. But you know what? I think we'll do that in the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.